Hi, I'm Dr. Fredrick Echols, Acting Director of Health for the City of St. Louis. With the November election quickly approaching, COVID-19 and polling places were on your minds this week. Brenda from area code 63106 asks, if I am required to be in isolation due to testing positive for COVID-19, can I still vote? Anyone who tests positive for COVID-19 should stay isolated until released by their healthcare provider. Anyone who has been identified as a close contact of someone who has tested positive for COVID-19 should also remain in self-quarantine for 14 days from their last date of exposure to the COVID-positive individual. Also, if you have flu-like symptoms or do not feel well, you should stay at home. The City of St. Louis Department of Health encourages all eligible St. Louis residents to vote. If in-person voting is not an option, consider voting absentee. In Missouri, one of the statutory reasons for voting by absentee ballot is if the voter is incapacitated or confined due to illness or physical disability, or cares for someone who is incapacitated or confined. Additional information about voting by absentee ballot can be obtained from the City of St. Louis Board of Election Commissioners at 314-622-3230. Dominque from area code 63118 asks, I'm concerned that the city's face covering mandate will not be enforced at my polling place. Will masks be required in polling places? The City of St. Louis Department of Health recommends wearing a face covering in public settings when around people who don't live in your household and when you can't stay 6 feet away from others. It has been proven that wearing a face covering can help stop the spread of COVID-19. A face covering will be required in all City of St. Louis polling places. The exceptions will be for babies and children younger than 2 years of age, anyone who has trouble breathing or is unconscious, and anyone who is incapacitated or otherwise unable to remove the mask without assistance. Also, election officials may ask for a face covering to be removed briefly for voter identification purposes. Linda from area code 63113 asks, with the upcoming election being a presidential election, I bet there will be long lines at the polls. What recommendations does the Department of Health have to ensure people are safe under such circumstances? Linda, you're probably correct in assuming that there will be long lines at the polls for this election. Avoiding crowds increases your chance of not getting infected with COVID-19. To avoid crowds on Election Day, consider voting during non-peak times such as mid-morning. Also, if you will be driving to the polling place, consider monitoring the line from your vehicle and joining the line when it is shorter. In addition, if you meet the requirements, absentee voting is another option. The Board of Election Commissioners for the City of St. Louis began offering off-site absentee voting Monday, and it will continue until Monday, November 2nd. At Booter Library, located at 4401 Hampton Avenue, Central Library at 1301 Olive Street, at Julia Davis Library at 4415 Natural Bridge Avenue, and Shafley Library, located at 225 North Euclid Avenue. Remember, the more you interact with others, and the longer those interactions are, the higher the risk of the spread of COVID-19. Thank you so much for tuning in this week, and thank you to everyone who sent questions. Be sure to tune in next week for more critical public health information. I want to hear from you, St. Louis. Please send your questions to health@stlouis-mo.gov. Questions will be answered in the order they are received. If I run out of time on air, your question will be answered by return email. Be well.